show. Episode 95. I was born in 89. 95. Yes, I moved to Ohio. Now we're going where we really need to go. Down memory lane. It's a drag, everything's coming down to what we believe. It's what we see, a positive thinking is what I really need. I don't need negativity in my street. Hey, I see it every day, I see it on the TV, I hear it on the radio show. It doesn't matter cause it's not Young Casper show. So I gotta go to exactly where I need to go. My peace right in my core. The Lord is someone that never ignores. And yes, I said someone because he's a person. I think you forgot because your faith has been hurt. Yes, so has I. It's been taking a hit. I've been looking at this political, and I don't need to curse because I haven't labeled it explicit, and I know the pain hurts. It's really hurting and it's getting deep. Sometimes I'm really lonely, but that's when I make my best music. I'm really going where I need to go. I'm like Young C. No, I don't even know to go to third person. People don't understand. The pain never keeps hurting. Really use it as you feel, use it as you think. I'm just really gonna go and do the radio show. Alright, coming to you live from Altamont Springs. This is Young Casper representing RFM Radio, the Young Casper Show. I am very excited for this show. Since internet connection's a little out, but that's alright. We're not going to keep this too long of a episode, but we're going to keep it to the point. Sometimes you are better off alone in a lot of situations, and not necessarily, I'm not saying you need to be a loner, but you need to know when it's time to be alone. Take a walk, take a journey, and what I mean by journey, go somewhere where you normally wouldn't go and meet people that you normally wouldn't meet, because I believe that we all get into this criteria, and it's not necessarily our faults, but we have these criteria on what kind of a people we should be around. Because how much money they make, or what kind of vehicle they have, or, maybe it's just someone that you used to work with or something, but it's something more though. Something more. There has to be a connection, there has to be comfort. But I encourage you to step out of that boundary and discover something that is beyond you. The love of others is only temporary. And I've learned that through my experiences, and I know you probably have as well. But I come to realize as I drift away more from my faith, meaning getting more involved with work, getting more distracted, basically, you can call that backsliding because you're not acknowledging what you believe in. Because everyone can go to church, and then for that Sunday, you're good. You're locked and loaded, you're reading the Bible, you're doing this, but during the week, what are you doing? You're doing what you want to do. I'm a victim of it as well. But one thing that I tend to do is look at how things can get better. I already know that they can get worse, but how can they get better? Now, a lot of people say, well, Mark, why don't you appreciate the now? Why don't you appreciate what you have? I'm not going to appreciate what I have because it's not going to be something that I will have forever. Doesn't matter, what it is. But getting off topic a little bit, because I'm starting to vent, and that's what I do in majority of my shows. Anyone that is, new, I get ready for a vent wave, because it's been not necessarily just a tough week. It's been a tough beginning of this. Well, this is the beginning of the month, but I'm saying last month, and just, I don't know. It just seems like a new year is already here, and, I have accomplished some things, but I don't know. I guess I'm just hungry. I'm really, really hungry for more. And I'm hoping that I can stay more positive, because I'm starting to get in my feelings a little too much, knowing that I want more. And the only person that can get more is me. But as soon as I get into my emotions and feelings, then I start feeling sorry for myself. And then that's when I get nothing done. Because that's when I have attitude. And that's something that I've been dealing with these past couple weeks and actually past couple months. It's just, but it's all it really is a cry out. It's cry out because I know that I need to have that relationship with a female that has the relationship with Christ as much as I do, if not more. And that's going to be a process that, some people get lucky and they find it a lot sooner than others. But I have titled this episode today, Better Off Being Alone, because, the only times I have really gotten hurt is when I connected with somebody strongly, and it doesn't matter if it was a friendship or a relationship, and you open up to people and you tell them certain things, and then they turn around and use it against you. And all of us have been through that. And that's why you need to understand that you don't necessarily need to tell everybody your business. You just don't. You don't. And you don't need to spread gossip. You don't need to be boastful for what you have, because what you have, you won't have for long. Everything on this earth, including our bodies, are temporary. And quite frankly, I know I'm not the only one feeling this way, but it's a pressure. Because I start to think about all the times I've wasted. I don't know about you if you think about the times you have wasted. But you can call it a midlife crisis, or you can call it an awakening. Knowing that you spent so much time, so much effort, and you haven't been appreciated. Does that sound familiar? Does anybody else have that kind of vibe? Because that's exactly what I go through. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm appreciated enough, and sometimes I don't feel like I get the attention enough. And I'm not sitting here saying I need attention every day or this and that, but I reach out to probably maybe the wrong people, obviously, and I don't get the responses. None at all. But the one thing that I have learned, being by myself, when I want to be around people, is the best decision I made. Because sometimes you want to be around people, you want to, because you're down and out. But misery loves company. And I don't advise to, when you are down and out, go sit around and talk to your friends in a big circle about it, because they ain't going to want to hear you out right there and then. And then, again, they might use it against you when you just speak to them privately. And it's been done multiple times in my life, and there's a nasty probably reputation, but I don't care about reputations, because that's only your perception of what you think I am. You have no idea what is to come. All you know is what I've done, not what I'm going to do. And, I'm so thankful to appreciate the fact that I can go through a live episode in the beginning, get all of it out, get all of the things that have been building up over the months and just vent it out. And now I feel more relieved, and it's getting better. It's not like I feel completely 100% better, but it's getting to that, and it's a process. And I just wanted to share that with you, knowing that it's good to have us, even if you don't do live radio, you can have a sound recorder and just record yourself and just get out things that you normally wouldn't say and just get it out. But this is Young Casper representing RFM Radio, the Young Casper Show. This is the beginning of the show. Cut one, basically, and we're going to take a short break, and I'm going to do a little freestyle, and then we're going to get into the Bible a little bit about journey and just being independent. And we will be back with some Bible verses and listen to this freestyle live. Check it. Now, you're better off being alone. alone. I'm talking about let's tell you a story. I know sometimes it might get a little boring. I know these people really want to just bring you down. Sometimes I just need to stay down and understand being alone is something like, yeah, sitting when you were young alone watching cartoons. Now I'm going back way too far, man. This is no act. This is straight up off my rip. It's straight up off my mind. I know sometimes I just want a girl to just stay for a while, but I know she's gonna have to go. Hey, each and every one of them have really lined up, though. I'm really feeling the beat. I know you really got some energy. You need to let it go. Yeah, let it all go. Cause if you hold it in, you gonna kill somebody. Bro. Yeah. See. I've been through so many different valleys. I've seen so many different demons you would not even imagine. But you know what? They look really chill. They look like the people that really kept it real. Back in my country, back in my village. I'm telling you something right now, Bible living. And I have just begun. This is Young C. Alright, we are back. This is Young Casper representing RFM Radio, the Young Casper Show. I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you pressing play. We have a great segment to the rest of this show. If you have not listened to the beginning of this show, please, I advise you to go back after this is done and listen to it. Like I've stated, and it's in the past, actually, we're going to leave it in the past. I gotta practice that. Trying to make these episodes a little bit better for you and for myself because I am my biggest fan. I love to listen back. That's why I like to put freestyles in it. I literally just did that live and I am very proud of it and not like super, super proud because I can do better and I will do better. And the Lord is in the will of that. And I'm so blessed and so thankful to be able to have the ability to even rap. And that's what a lot of people call it. But I call it, expressing. I call it being, something that a lot of us tend to, because we see someone else doing it better, we see someone else doing it professionally and making millions, we get discouraged. We can't paint that painting. We cannot sing that note. We cannot write down those lyrics, and we get discouraged. I'm telling you here today, do not be discouraged. You are beautiful who you are. You are beautiful what you do. And your art is your art. All right, we lost a little bit of connection, but it's going to be Mark chapter 6. If you would like to go to your Bible. And I definitely advise you to read the Bible for yourself and listen to it. Because it's really amazing what God can show you in His Word. Amen to that. Because it's positivity. It's what's in this Bible. It's nothing to do with this world that's full of negativity. Don't get me wrong. There are things that are in this Bible that speak of this world, but there is a lot of positivity in this Bible, and that's why I like to do this every week, and I want to do it a lot more, and I'm praying about it, and I'm hoping to just take myself more out of the equation. I know I tend to get a little prideful. We all do. But I'm just going to search through this, and I got 11. And whoever will not receive you nor hear you when you depart from there, shake off the dust under your feet. At his testimony against them, certainly I said to you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So just shake your feet off, understand that people are going to, not necessarily receive what you give. And we all tend to want to be givers. And this is something that is preached in the Bible. And we need to understand that some people do not want what we have to offer. And I've learned that the hard way a lot of times, and that's okay. And we're going to go back and go to 7. And he called the 12 to himself, the 12 disciples, and he began